Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're going to go back to where it all started. We're going to go talk about Holochain. Really, should I buy Holochain now? This hot crypto, Holo HOT coin. Should I buy HOT right now? That's what we're going to answer. And the quick answer to that is no. But that no is also really dependent on your situation. Whether you already know everything there is to know about Holochain, whether you have been in Holochain for a while, whether you have Holochain, because depending on where you are, whether you have Holochain or not, whether you believe it or not, you have to take certain moves. And that's what we're going to explain in this video. So if you're interested in that, then stick around. Otherwise, don't forget to demolish that like and subscribe button before we get into this video. Alright guys, so we're gonna get right into the charts. Now, if this is your first time looking at charts, don't worry, don't be scared. I know it looks complicated, but I'm going to explain everything line by line so that coming out of this video, you will be able to do this yourself, even if you have no experience. So this is going to be very beginner friendly. But anyways, you could see that since a long time ago, I have this whole entire Holochain playlist that you can find in the top left corner or something of this video. And that explains what Holochain is about. But basically, since then, since like last year or more than a year ago, we were looking at Holochain and when to buy, and this whole entire thing has went through an entire cycle. What does a cycle mean? It means that it ran all the way up and it found the bottom of where it really started the run up. So looking at the day chart here, what you can see is that it really started running up here. Let's remove all of these drawings. You can see that over here is when it really blew up and it made all-time highs to like 3 cents. And that was kind of what we call the start of the cycle. And since then, it has fallen all the way back down to where it started. And that is normal within cryptos. It's happening for every single of the cryptos on this list that I have, except for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I believe Binance BNB was also another crypto that didn't happen for this. But most of the altcoins that we have has seen a big drawdown, has seen a full market cycle. So usually we would look at the 4-hour chart, but today we're going to be looking at the daily because really at the time, at the situation that we are in, we're really got to be looking for investing in the long term, which is most likely what you're into, right? So let's get into why I think that you shouldn't buy Holochain right now. So now most other YouTubers would advise you to, buy at the bottoms, sell at the tops, where most of the majority of people would actually buy at the tops and sell at the bottoms. So, I mean, that's okay advice to know where support and resistance is, but it really doesn't help that much. We do use support and resistance, but there's a next level. And this is where I'm going to teach you, right? We're going to go next level with this whole entire thing. Now, what we see is we can see a support here because HOT has fallen to, this is the lowest point basically, or you can even use the wick, but I'm going to use this level here. So we're going to put a support here, which is around 0.0022. I don't even know how to read that anymore. But anyways, let's say support is 0.0022. Now, what I taught you in the past is the dangers of rally-based rallies. So what happens is this here, big green candle rallied, it rested, and it rallied again. So these big rallies is what you have to be fearful for because the next stop, let's say the next stop, if we break through this support, then there's really no chop. We like to see the rest areas because the rest areas would be the next support. So we take our green line. The next support would probably be here, which is around there. So if we go over here and we zoom in, we could see that the next support would have acted as resistance before because this ran all the way up, it acted as resistance, it dropped a little bit and it broke through that simple resistance. So that would be 0.001. Now after that, you could see that this was a rally-based rally. The next point for that would be right here or even over here. That would be also a good point for support. So let's actually put that level in too. We'll put that as 0.001 as well. The other one is 0.0014. And the next thing I'm going to use is Fibonacci. So Fibonacci is basically, you can call it kind of like a math equation, which everything is kind of based out of. And right now we're on the monthly chart, but looking at Fibonacci retracements, basically there is something called the golden ratio, which is the 618 in Fibonacci, right? Now, I'm not going to get into details here because you don't need to know that, but basically everything in the universe follows the golden ratio. If you look at bees and how they design their honeycombs, their nests, it is really fitting the 618, the golden ratio. So it happens to be that when we look at charts, they also follow the same pattern. That is to say that Fibonacci retracements don't really work all the time, because what we do is we take the bottom of the graph, which is, let's say here, to the top of the graph. And usually when we have retracements, it actually goes and stops at the line. You could see that, for example, for this monthly candle here, it actually closed on top of the 786, and for these 4 months, next 4 months, it actually tapped, right? It tapped the 883. But now there is really no more Fibonacci retracements, and you could see that since October of 2020, right? It's literally been rally, base, rally, rally, rally. So what I see right now actually is not a good sign, because this can literally just fall back to the support here, and you could see that there is resistance. This was past resistance that turned into support. So we might find some support here, which is the 0.0022. We might also find support at here, but that is not a strong support because there was just an explosion through that support there. So I would say that 0.0007 might be the last and final bastion if we go that low. Now, will we go that low? Maybe. We also might just tap this and go back up, but we'll have to see, because the good thing about Holochain is that there's not a lot of volume and it moves very slowly in price. But if we go that low, then I would assume it will go down to 0.0007 and pop back up, because it's a very strong support zone. You could see that this acted as resistance here, acted as support, acted as resistance. It has a lot of history. You have a lot of history at the 0.007, you know, resistance, resistance, and then it finally turned back into support. So I would say that the levels you want to keep an eye on is 0.002248 and 0.0007. So my personal opinion is that we are likely to lose this level at 0.002 just because the dollar is so strong. So basically, when the dollar is strong, assets like Bitcoin, stocks, which you might have seen been taking a beating, they also fall. So you could see that throughout the years, our dollar right now is as strong as it's ever been. The last time it was this strong was in 2016, and that is because when we have Democrats running the office, that is when we see strong dollars. When it's Republicans, usually we see weak dollars because we want other countries to have our dollars. And with midterms coming up, that is why we might see this happen. We might see this just play around this level until November when midterms actually happen, right? But if Bitcoin continues falling, then this level would easily be taken, and we might see lower levels down to, let's say, here at 0.001 and then 0.0007. So whether you want to buy or not, that is really up to you. So guys, remember, I am not a financial advisor, so you have to do your own due diligence and research when it comes to investing in altcoins, especially those of Holochain. But if you want to learn more about Holochain, then check out the playlist that I made over here in the top right corner. That'll help you get up to speed with everything you know about Holochain. Other than that, whether you should buy Holochain now or later, that really depends on your situation. If you have no hot tokens and you are impatient, then maybe now is the best time to buy. But if you can wait a little longer, if you believe that the Biden administration is going to continue messing things up and inflation is still going to continue rising higher, the dollar is going to continue getting stronger, then it might be better to wait, because that last support that I showed you, the tallest support, the highest support, I have a really huge feeling that it's going to get broken through and we might see a bigger discount. So if you can wait till then, maybe you might pick up Holochain at a bigger discount. But again, that might not happen, and the point we are at now might be your best buy for the dip. So it really depends on your situation. Other than that, if you got some value from this video, then please be sure to smash the like button and subscribe button. That really helps out this video. And share this video to someone else who you think might be interested in Holochain. Other than that, guys, remember to continue working, continue building, continue inspiring. See you next time.